Dear Dyrus, I'm gonna start by saying you didn't disappoint anyone that really supports you. In fact, honestly, I think you're like the hero of League of Legends. Alright, well at least you're my League hero. And I'm gonna be honest, I mean I don't keep up with esports as much as I should. So I'm not gonna sit here and compare you to other top laners or compare scores or anything, none of that matters to me. Only because I think the real value of what you've accomplished transcends placement, stats, performance, all of that. I don't think that I'm qualified to speak on behalf of other regions and countries. And it's not because of the opinion that's floating around that your success is only domestic, because I don't agree with that at all. It's only because I'm from NA and I don't want to speak on behalf of them. But what I am qualified to say is the American school system didn't teach you to deal with thousands of hate comments. They didn't teach you to deal with negative tweets, to deal with negative videos, to have hundreds of thousands of eyes beating on you and waiting for you to up. They didn't teach you any of that, but hey, at least you know how to find a hypotenuse. As TSM was changing, you stayed ever vigilant, but resilient. And though changes were tough and tensions were really high, you hung in there. I'd like to believe you stuck around because through all the hate, through all of the performances that you may or may not have liked, the one thing that was important to you most was not disappointing your fans. While others may have gotten removed from teams, quit, or just went to streaming because it made more money, you stuck to your convictions. You kept giving it another shot. You wanted so bad to make sure that the people who support you have a voice that resonates. You kept going, you endured all that for so long, for them, for us, for the people out there that really support you, not just they support TSM and Dyrus happens to be 1/5 of that team. No, they support Dyrus. And I know that voice of unconditional support sometimes is really hard to hear. Sometimes I have difficulty hearing it myself, but it's there, it's loud and clear. I'm gonna be honest, I've been a TSM fan for as long as I can remember, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna remain a TSM fan, and that has nothing to do with the current players, they're all great. But I'd be lying if I said you weren't a huge reason why I like the team. You were. And this is beyond me just being thirsty for bears. This is more about me just admiring the shit out of your mental fortitude. When someone clicks dislike on my video, I just want to curl up in bed and never make another video again. Like, but what you go through trumps mine tenfold and reminds me I can't be a bitch. You've shown how not of a bitch you are. You're on TSM. For the longest time, if not still now, TSM is like the main team in this anime we call League. You know how in anime intros they show all the new characters fighting and what happened to all the old characters and you've been in every opening. You have been in every iteration of TSM. And you were no stranger to Reddit. Whenever you performed not at par or not what people think that you should perform, people wanted to bench you. People wanted to replace you. People wanted to just hate you. Because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of these dumbass kids on Reddit is spoiled. Unfortunately, you got the brunt end of that. When they see something not working, they demand change. And it's only because as a society right now, we get everything instant. When we don't like something, we want it to change. Because even myself included, the younger generation, we're just all spoiled as f. But unfortunately, these keyboard warrior kids have spell check and makes it seem like they're smarter than they actually are. Many of them are insensitive and dumb as f, and they don't remember there's a person behind the screen that they're attacking. It made me sick that every time you underperformed, people were begging for replacements as if you were some commodity, some item. Yet when you went in, them niggas on Reddit was real quiet. I don't see any upvotes on their comments today. But you know what made you really special? A cut above the rest? You didn't ignore them. Whether or not the comment was uneducated or well thought out, whether or not the Redditor was an idiot or he or she was actually making a good point, you listened to everybody. You heard them. And instead of quitting, you worked to keep your spot. And the best part about it was not to shut them up, but to change their minds. And that's why I refuse to categorize your success as domestic, because I don't give a where you live. That sort of behavior is admirable no matter where you are and what language you speak. That's the kind of success that nobody's gonna talk about. Nobody's gonna talk about that because all they care about is how many kills you got during the split. You are a great, kind-hearted, loving person. Human maturity, fortitude, resilience, indiscriminate of where you live. You got all of that. Maybe it's my ignorance, maybe it's my extreme bias, but I can't think of another player that's lasted as long as you that went through as much as you have. And I'm really not sure that any other pro player will. I don't know. So look, Marcus, you've been nothing but amazing to us. You've given me a reason to actually like a team. You know, I'm a nerd at heart. It's awkward because, you know, back in the day I used to go to people's houses and they'd be watching the football game and I never understood why they were so passionate for their team. I've never been a part of a community like this before. I've never liked a team so much that if somebody bashes TSM for whatever reason, I want to just shove their and if anyone talks about you, I just roast them. Like this nigga was talking about you the other day, right? I swear, I said, well, how are you gonna talk about Dyrus looking like a shiny Mr. Mime, nigga. I don't know where you come off like that. Anyway, what you've done for us has gone above and beyond our expectations. It's more than we deserve, to be honest. Now, for the first time, just let us do something for you. Instead of falling into the comments of people that want you to fail, come hang out with us. Let us now help you live around the hundreds of thousands of people that really care about what you do, what you've done, who you are. You've listened to enough Melvins. And don't listen to them. Them niggas is sus as f, and you ain't got time for them. They too sus. And look, waiting for you to be in a good emotional spot to where you can come back, make a video, stream, or do whatever you want to do to continue your legacy and show us that you're good is gonna suck, but we'll be there. Will you? Just know that no matter what you put out, I'm gonna like it. Cause guess what, you dumb bear? I'm an actual fan of you. And no matter what you put out, no matter what you do, I'm gonna like it. You won't and can't ever let us down unless you just start doing a lot of drugs, and then we're gonna have to talk. In fact, honestly, I welcome you to try. Like, you can come to my house with boiling water, throw it on my face, and I'll probably just tweet, haha, Dyrus is so quirky, on my way to the hospital, hashtag 3rd degree burn. But honestly, LCS doesn't really matter, let's be real. We still have to figure out who's the champion between you and Donkey. And if you lose to him, I don't really think I could be a fan after that. I mean, only a fool would lose to Donkey in anything, right? Right? I do it for the